welcome to the Paper Snob. This is Tara. Today I am working on June's edition of Stretch the Sketch. This is a hop hosted by Galaxy Girl Creations, and each month she chooses a sketch for us to use for the month. And because it is also 30 days of sketches with Christy's Beautiful Life, we are going to be using today's sketch, which was created by April Lynn Bishop Barrett. You will notice that I have not been participating in 30 days of sketches this go around. That's because I'm in the middle of a military move. I don't have my household goods yet. I'm hoping that they will definitely be here tomorrow. That is the promised date. But because of that, I am working with minimal stash. I do not have my Cameo, and I don't have all of the tools that I normally have on hand, just the little bit that I brought with me. So you will notice, one, I have a cat butt on my table. He is enjoying watching the kids in our new neighborhood play outside. I also have a plate on the tabletop, and the reason for that is, let me pop this sketch up here for you. This sketch has a large circular element on it. I have no way to cut that except for tracing it out and cutting it out by hand. That's what the plate is for, because I can't draw a circle. And I don't have my compass. It's in my scrapbook tools on a truck, hopefully on its way to my house. But I have lots of photos here for you. I am creating a 2-page layout today. And I am using my stash of fernwood. I have 3 pieces of patterned paper, some ephemera pieces, some puffy stickers, some vellum pieces, some chipboard pieces, some stickers, as well as some cut apart cards to play with. And so I'm hoping that I can use this paper and my photos to create a layout that stretches this sketch. I believe this sketch is an 8.5 by 11 sketch. I am a 12 by 12 scrapper. I could just do a 1-page layout. This particular set of photos has a lot of photos, so I'm going to be doing a 2-page 12 by 12, well, 12 by 24 layout. So I'm going to pause and I will be right back.
All right, first things first, I'm going to apologize for my lighting. I am definitely going to have to figure out the lighting issues in my new space, and that will get better as time goes on. So I apologize, lighting's a little wonky in this first part of the video. So I flipped the piece of pattern paper over to the back side that I'm going to use to create the circle. I used my plate to trace out the circle, and now I am hand cutting along the lines to get my large circular element. This is how I started scrapbooking. This is exactly what I used to do before I had something to cut a large circle. And in fact, when I got my first Cameo, it was more like today's portrait. It was 8.5 by 11, and that is what I used to create most of my designs. But when I wanted a large circle like this, I either used a plate, and then later I ended up with a couple of templates that I could create, like scalloped circles and some other shapes as well in 12 by 12. I still have those templates and I still use them once in a while. And that reminds me, I do actually have those with me because I did bring my 12 by 12 stencils. Anyway, so I've decided to use this yellow paper for my background. I'm cutting off about, it's about 1/2 inch on one side and 1/4 inch on the other, and I'm going to layer it on top of this black cardstock. I didn't think to bring black cardstock with me, but luckily for me, I have a really large Joann's near me, and I was able to go get a couple of sheets of black cardstock for this layout. And I'm going to go ahead and start adhering these down. I'm going to warn you, I get them on here crooked and I have to fix it. I do believe I do that at least once on camera, and I do it another time off camera. But anyway, it is what it is. I'm kind of bad about that. See, here I go. I'm gonna go ahead and fix it. I didn't like where it ended up. And normally when I do a 2-page layout that has elements that meet in the middle like this, I like to tape down the 2 background sheets together so that I can get them on there evenly. I don't have any washi tape with me for some reason. I didn't think to bring not a single roll, which was silly because I have it running out of my ears like the rest of you. Anyway, so getting that background on there together, I'm gonna tack down this circle on one side, and I'll go back and I'll tack it down more in a minute. But first I want to cut off the edge so that I can get that on the left hand side. And normally I would run it through my trimmer, but I thought, you know, this was a thick enough cardstock that I could cut it by hand, and it worked well. So now I'm going to just meet up the 2 sides again and get that circle on there so that it's even on both sides. I really like to cut off a large shape like this and have it span both sides. And if you look really close to the left, you'll see my new little kitten. That's Phineas. He has joined our family as of this month. We've had him a little over a week. So I matted all my photos with another piece of pattern paper from Fernwood. I really wanted to mat it with craft cardstock. I don't have craft cardstock, and it was late when I was trying to work on this layout, so I decided to just suck it up and use another piece of the pattern paper. I didn't want to put the photos down without matting them because I felt like they disappeared on the colorful background, and so I just used one of the black and white floral prints from Fernwood. Now here I'm going to cut off a strip of paper. I think it's 3/4 of an inch wide by 12. I will trim it so that it doesn't span the entire side, that it fits only on the yellow background and not on the black as well. But for now I'm just going to plop it over there. And I chose that piece of pattern paper because it's the same pattern that I cut from the circle, and so I wanted it to draw your eyes across the page. You can do that with using similar patterns if you like, or even similar colors, but I just chose to use pattern paper because I don't have all my cardstock. I just brought a lot of white. Now I am going to go ahead and just get all of the photos adhered onto the background where I want them to go. This is my subtitle. I'm actually going to put a larger title on the left-hand side, but for now I'm just kind of messing around with photo placement and adding a few little puffy dots. They're not enamel dots, they're puffy stickers in this collection. And then I go ahead and I add some of the round chipboard elements as well. You'll see that in the close-ups at the end. I have that banner piece, and normally I would cut those apart, but you know what? They worked really well. All of the phrases worked really well with this layout, and I just left them all together, and that means that is an entire element that I've used up from this collection. If you don't know and have never seen one of my videos before or heard me mention it, because both are possible, I bought Fernwood when it came out. I used every scrap of the pattern paper, all of it. I had a ton of the embellishments left over, and like a crazy person, I bought another pack of paper. And usually I don't get buyer's remorse with my scrapbooking supplies, but I'm telling you, I really, really wish I had not purchased a second pack of paper. But I did, and now I'm almost out of that. I think I have 6 sheets left. Maybe it's less than that after this layout, and some scraps, but I still have a ton of the embellishments. So we're gonna have to figure out where else to use those. So there's where I'm bringing in some of the chipboard elements. I brought in one of those colorful divided circles, and I'm adding a chipboard banner that says today up there on the banners that I made. And I'm kind of looking around for other things. Thought about using that magnifying glass, but then I saw, ouch, sorry, kitty cat just bit me. I saw that little chipboard piece that says stay curious. This was a homeschooling field trip that I am taking photos of. That's why there's a bunch of children in front of my kids, and I wasn't in a place where I could stand and take better photos, so I was just trying to do the best that I could and cut or just take pictures in between the kids. This was our first field trip with this homeschool group that we had joined in Clarksville, and so they went to this Owl Hill Nature Sanctuary in Kentucky. We were stationed at Fort Campbell, Kentucky, and we lived in Clarksville, Tennessee. So here I am adding the letters for my title. It is going to say field trip, and as you can see, my letters are disappearing on that background. You can also see that I'm having to create letters because, as per usual, there's not enough E's, and then there was also not enough R's in this set of letters, which is a bummer because I really like these map letters. I will fix the fact that you cannot see my title very well, and I will do that off camera. What I'm going to do is doodle around the edges with a black pen and then just make that work. I'm still trying on a few other elements, but I think I'm done.
Right. I got this layout completely finished, and I'm pretty happy with how I stretched this sketch. Off camera, you will notice I added a stitched border around the layout, and I did some doodling around those letters because they were disappearing on my pattern paper, and I didn't want that to be an issue. I added my journaling. I did end up moving these things up a little bit, and I added a few more little circles here, and I kind of straightened up the little puffy stickers I didn't get on there quite straight. So I want to thank you so much for coming to my channel today. I really appreciate those of you who take the time to like, comment, and or subscribe to my channel. I appreciate all of you who are helping me to grow this channel. If you have any comments or questions about this layout or any technique that I might have done, just drop them below and I will get back to you as soon as I possibly can. Make sure that you check out the playlist below for this hop. I think that was new for May. I didn't get to participate in May because of our move. I just didn't get to the video, so I am going to make sure that I'm on the playlist, and I hope that you will enjoy everybody else's creations today. Have a great day. Bye.